Welcome to Floorman Investing. I am Phil. Going to check out the markets, some crypto, some articles, and a couple NFT projects. We do have the markets are green across the board here. We have the S&P 500 up, one and a quarter, a little over 1.25%. Dow Jones getting close to a full percent up. Looking pretty green across the board here on stocks. Switch over to some crypto. We do have Bitcoin here. We did have this um, descending level of resistance that we've been talking about, and we did finally break that. We come back down, almost kind of use it as support, and we're bouncing up. We're trying to break out of this channel that we've been working on, but we do have some resistance right here around 24.5 that we kind of been uh, getting as resistance right now. If we break through that, our next area that we'd look at is around the 28.5 area. As you see, we got lots of touches. We think that's going to be the next area of resistance if we do finally break through this 24.5. All right, switch over, look at Ethereum. We do have Ethereum that's been breaking up here from our low, and we just kind of been on a steady run. I mean, look at the run. If you bought at bottom right here, I mean, it's been running pretty good. So we do have the merge coming in, and I think that's getting a lot of people pretty bullish on this project now, and um, we might get a little bit of retracement, but right as of right now, we do look, it's looking pretty bullish and been taking off and kind of been leading the markets a little bit. Another one that's kind of been riding its coattails is we do have Polygon, which is a pretty good project. They did get picked to do the Disney Accelerator program. Haven't heard any more about what they're working on with that, but that was pretty bullish. And we've shot up. I just kind of blinked my eyes and we're almost back to $1 again. So that's pretty good for this project right here. Switch over, look at Cardano. Cardano's just kind of been trading sideways around, been bouncing in between about 49 to 54 cents. As of right now, we've just been accumulating, just kind of nibbling at it right now at this price. All right, so switch over and check out some articles. All right, so the Fed did increase the rates by 0.75%. I know a lot of people were thinking that they might be a little more hawkish and go all the way to 1%, but it did come in at 75%, and that is probably the reason why we see a lot of green in the markets, because 75% was pretty much priced in. 100% probably would have brung the markets down a little bit, in our opinion. And we did run across this. The mortgage rates fall sharply after negative GDP report in the Fed's latest hike. So it did come back down to 5.2%. So this is pretty good, because I know a lot of people are worried about another housing bubble. I mean, we don't feel that we're going to have that because um, it's not the same market of 2008. They were using a lot of predatory loans back then. I know because I fell victim to it. um, but this is a totally different market. We were competing with a lot of banks that almost seems like they're wanting to price out the regular retail um, investor with the real estate, and it seems like the banks just want to kind of own them all and charge high rent. This is what it seems like. But anyways, yeah, so this might be good. 5, that's still a lot higher than what we got in, but you know, back in 2007, I think we bought our first house at 7%. So when I see that, it's not that concerning, but it's just with the price of the houses, how much they shot up over the years. Each percent's going to be an extra $100 on your payment, and you can get priced out pretty quick. All right, a couple videos ago, maybe our last Friday or it was the Friday before, we were talking about how we saw crude oil starting coming down, and we would start seeing inflation start coming down, and we felt like we were getting close to the peak. So as of right now, crude oil is still under $100, which is pretty good. And we do feel that we did peak out on that. On inflation, we are starting to come back down a bit. I know a lot of people are talking about how inflation rates are like they were back in the 1981 and the 1980s. But if you go looking at earnings reports for a lot of these companies, there is still a lot of green. We're not completely concerned that we're going to have a complete free fall of the markets. Uh, AGOs, AGCO Corp. They were a company that we held for a while, and they're they're reporting a beat. You got a lot of beats. You do have some that was they were expecting um, they were expecting a loss, and they did still have a loss. But if you see the amount of green compared to red, about they're not as much as you would think, considering how when you're looking at the media and everyone talking about just a complete collapse of our system. And the reason why I bring this up is this might keep you from buying in. That's why we do a DCA method. Because if you just look at how inflation has been going, in 1981 it was at 10.32%, and we're not seeing the same markets. It's definitely different. I mean, this is something that we just posted at 9.1, but our job unemployment right now is at 3.6, and I want to say it was definitely I don't know if I got it pulled up yet, but the unemployment in 1981 reached 10.8%. So it's a totally different economy that we had back then. So I know a lot of people are getting scared, but we don't feel this is a time to not be in the markets, that we might not be here very long. And so if you don't buy the dip, it might leave you. So just our opinion. Just kind of watch a lot of the other markets, look at unemployment, do some research on how this stuff was in the past, because they bring up the 80s. I mean, we had government cheese back in the 80s. We had commodities where we had churches handing out food. It was pretty bad. I'm not seeing the same type of recession, and this is a time that I believe that we should be DCAing into the markets in this dip, and that might have been um, the bottom. The bottom's in. All right, so let's switch over and look at a couple other things. A little thing I pulled up here. It's a little thing on government cheese. It's not just that they're giving out money; they were literally giving out big blocks of cheese, and powdered milk and peanut butter that you had to stir a lot because the oil would rise to the top. But yep, they used to do that. So I don't feel that we have reached that level just yet. That's just my opinion. Just for the few people that care, Elon Musk feels that inflation might be trending down, just so you know. All right, gonna switch over to some NFT stuff. There's a couple projects that's kind of been trying to grow organically on Twitter. They just been trying to communicate with their community. This one here is probably going to be the number one gargoyle NFT on Cardano. Um, they've they've been trying to grow. They don't have a Discord yet. They don't have a website yet. They're just trying to get community interaction. Go check them out if you're interested. Another one that we are excited about that is doing that same type of growth is Frog Nation. They've communicate well with everyone in their community so far, and they've been asking opinions. We just like how they talk to their community right now. So definitely go give them a follow on Twitter. Check them out. Another one that this is a goodie that's been around for a while, and that's Nifty World Creatures. They are a project that we do own and we do support. Their followers, they up to 7,000 followers, over 7,000 followers, so getting close to 8,000 here. They've been a really good project. They keep working on stuff. This is one that it's almost like the NFT dividend. Every time their wallet reaches a certain amount, they do send some out to their holders, which was pretty cool. And you didn't have to do anything crazy. Staking is just if you held them in your wallet, you would be surprised with Magic ADA just popping in there, which was pretty cool. And then, this is definitely one of the best looking websites. I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool, that the crafty look, it's really neat. Go check out their website. It's really cool how they got this put together. And as of right now, the floor is at 30, and they got some really good ones. Don't get this one. This one's just terrible. And hopefully I can keep y'all from buying it before I have a chance to get it. All right. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel. We'll catch you next time.